eyes locked on the stripe tonight. It's Friday night NASCAR on the FWM network. Four wide, door to door, turn it up, let it hurt. From the short track speedways out to the dirt. Four wide motorsports, light it up, let it burn. Heat waves dance on the backstretch.
Welcome, everybody, to the Four Wide Motorsports Network. I am Charles Oberg, sitting here with Tracy Brown, our producer and color announcer for tonight's Bump Your Gums 120 Four Wide Motorsports uh, at the Phoenix International Raceway tonight for our Arca Series last race before the chase. Top 10 get into the chase. Unfortunately, we're having some technical difficulties with the points, so the overall points won't be out until tomorrow, so you have to tune in next week to see who gets into the points. But we're getting ready for your starting grid. Tracy, how are you doing tonight?
Hey man, I'm ready to rock and roll. One of my favorite tracks here on NASCAR. Obviously, we'll get into this a little bit later. Sad week for NASCAR, but it's always a good time on Friday nights with you, my man. Sitting at the other end of the virtual couch here as we get ready for this race.
Absolutely, Tracy. And there's a reason why Phoenix has been the last race of the season for so long. It's an action-packed track. These guys are going to be using the dog leg all over the track, 5, 6 wide at some points. Let's your race details real quick. It's 120 laps, 121 miles, no stages, 3 tires in the pits, so 4 sets on the cars tonight. No fast repairs, so these guys got to be very careful. And 1 attempt at a green-white checker. We'll go through your starting lineup real quick. So starting on the pole is Scott Shives in row 1 with Colton Olderman on his outside. In row 2, Wayne Cannon on the outside of him, Holden Bloomer. Row 3, you got Hunter Carlson and Dallas Sunderman. Row 4, Paul Dillon, Mitchell Wilson. Row 5, Austin Cansdale and Chris Golden.
Then in row 6, we got Wes Wiegand. And to his outside, Trace Daniel. Row 7, Yogi Schleer, David Warmuth. Row 8, Elijah Grant, and then Colton Briner. Row 9, Drew King, and then Ian Whittick. Row 10, we got Alex Wilson and Daniel Michelle.
And to round out your field in row 11, Chris Norris and Daniel Jones rounds out your top, 24 guys tonight? 22 guys?
Yeah, I'm showing 22 right now. Actually, you're going to be able to start.
Yep. So just bringing it to your attention, race fans, that as everybody knows, the sudden passing of Kyle Busch the other day has brought a lot of shock to NASCAR and its whole. And you can see here is this formation these guys are running is called the Missing Man formation, and that's for Kyle Busch. For his family, the whole organization, just a guy that I could go all day explaining, what he's done as a wheelman, but, most wins here and there, the championship driver, you cannot say love him or hate him. You just can't say enough about Kyle Busch. And, we want to hear at 4 Wide Motorsports Network and 4 Wide Motorsports from all the drivers and all our sponsors and everybody. We just want to, give a shout out to Kyle Busch and the whole Busch family, Samantha, Braxton, Lennox, and as we go around the track here, one more lap. We're going to go around the track, and I would like to do a moment of silence for Kyle Busch and the Kyle Busch's family. 8-second moment of silence. And ladies and gentlemen, as you saw, the missing man passed the start-finish line. We are ready to race, and the green flag is out, and we are underway here at Phoenix Raceway for the Pump Your Gums 120. The names that these guys come up with are great.
Oops. Yeah, you're exactly right there, Chooch. And just wanted to say, well, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. I think everybody's maybe trying to hurry up and perhaps catch up with the pace car.
Oh, I'm sorry. So they did their parade lap there, and I guess they let the pace car go ahead of them quite a bit. I did not notice that, and I apologize for that.
Well, I was fixing to say either that or my overlay system has totally gone berserk tonight because I have nobody in the lead at this point. But yeah, I just kind of would, sort of like to echo the same sentiments that you were just talking about to the Busch family. And I think I represent an awful lot of fans out there who weren't necessarily Kyle Busch fans, but definitely respected what the man did and could appreciate the talent and everything that he's done for the sport. So he wasn't my main guy, never was, but at the same time I've told people multiple times. He's perhaps the best driver out there in the field week in and week out. And that goes for all, every week that he was out there. It just seems like if the car was capable of getting to the front, he was going to get it there.
Yeah, and what I liked about Bush's style, he came from the old school and raced like it. He was a hard-nosed racer, and that's why I think he got a bad rap for a long time. But as we go green here, we'll be underway for your first lap of the race. And I just so sad for him to leave so early, but they're going to retire that number 8, and his son Braxton is doing an amazing job, so he's got a huge torch to carry. And if he's anything like his father, we're going to watch some amazing races in the future with Braxton. And as they're underway, you can see everybody goes down to the dog leg, and these guys spread out, and we are going 3, 4, 5 wide in the back there as Shives and Alderman door to door racing down into turn 3 now. Kind of up on that dog leg again. I did practice with these guys, Tracy, and that car was a lot to handle on this track because there's a real tight turn coming into 2. So we're going to see a lot of real good racing tonight.
Yeah, definitely, Chooch, and you're going to have to help me out the whole night here because honestly, with this dog leg and new configuration and everything, I never have learned where turns 3 and 4 are. I'm still used to seeing the old legacy Phoenix with the start-finish line, I guess, on the backstretch now, or where the backstretch is now.
A little different now, but they're coming out of 1. They're going into 2 now. So that would be 2 down the backstretch here. They would come wide off the turn there, and that would be 3 and going into 4. And your start-finish line is here to start it all over again.
Yeah,
and then
I don't know
you see
why.
them come down the... Go ahead, Tracy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chooch. I didn't mean to step on you there, buddy. I just don't understand why my brain has such a hard time comprehending the new layout. It's, I don't know. I'm just so used to the old Phoenix, One of the tracks that I was really good at, well, I think I was good at anyway, on the older track, just about every vehicle I ran, but have yet to find speed on this new layout for some reason.
Yeah, I feel the same way, but it is an exciting track to drive when you figure it out. But you see a couple guys already getting a little loose there. The 113 of Paul Dillon got a little loose trying to stay behind the 46 there, and who's that in front of the 12? Oh no, the 32 of Hunter Carlson's up there. So some guys wanting to get up to the front early, some guys wanting to save their tires. We do have quite a few sets of tires, but Phoenix has been notorious for eating up tires because it is a relatively flat track around here. A little bit of banking, but not terribly. You're coming from where did we come from last week? Darlington.
Dover.
No,
I think
Dover.
It was.
Yeah, Dover with a lot of bank into this. It feels almost flat coming here.
It does, man. And this right here is probably the corner that gives most people the trouble. It's such a long sweeping turn, and it's so flat. Oh man!
As the 46 goes way into the 58, and the yellow's out, and we got cars behind gathering up in the 46, and still more and more cars getting into that. Looks like we got Mitchell Wilson involved in that. The 46, the 2 of, it says 02, but the 2 of Trace Daniel was involved in that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how come I'm not getting some sort of alert here, so I'm going to have to run this thing back through manually. All the way back to see what exactly happened. It just looked like to me that the 46 just got in there extremely hard, or compared to the 58 anyway.
Yeah, you see Chris Norris back up the corner a little bit, and then the 46 just gets into him, and then everybody piles in behind.
Well,
Oh, no,
there's
there's
Norris. Yeah, the
at
50.
the tail end. So I don't know who the 58. I'm sorry, that's what I was getting. Dallas Southern.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if he knew that the 46 got into the back of him or not. Because it really looked like a hard hit to me. But then again, you watch the replay. Boy, there's a little bit of damage there, isn't it?
Yeah, he's missing the whole back end, and he'll come down Pet Road for some repairs there.
Yeah, it looks like
Elkhart,
one of
Indiana
those.
native.
Yeah, he's trying to turn it into a dirt modified there, isn't he?
Yeah, you know, all those body panels tend to slow you down a little bit.
Oh, well, I guess I better hit the live button here. Well, I'm trying anyway.
Stuck in a replay.
Yeah, I just had.
I guess
some,
we're doing manual.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I had update a couple of days ago on the overlay and had some issues with it. The rollout wasn't quite as great as they were hoping for, and it's caused me some issues tonight. So, you know how those things are. You'll get an update, and they'll fix a couple of things and break a couple more. So here we go. Get ready to take the green.
Yes, Hayden Bloomer takes us to the green flag this time. Alderman still out on the outside in 2. Shive drops down to 2nd. And we got Cannon in 4th place. Carlson behind him. Sutterman in 6th. Dillon in 7th. Golden in 8th. And Cansdell 9th. And Wiegand in 10th. So there's your top 10 as they come across the starting zone here. I think it's not... There it is. There's the starting zone. As they'll fire up coming to the 4 Wide Motorsports green flag. And we are green flag racing again at lap 10. So still 109 laps to go. And oh, Canning gets turned. No, that's
Hunter Carlson.
Hunter Carlson gets turned. No caution. Gathers it back up, but I'm sure he's not too thrilled with that. I think he might have got in there a little hot. It looked like, but
Yeah, it looked like to me
green flag racing.
he had to check up again, similar to the last incident that we had with those other cars. And, you know, I think he more or less locked down the car and spun to keep from getting into anyone.
Yeah, as he would do. You know, he's one of the cleanest racers we have out on the track, and he doesn't want to ruin anybody else's race. So seems like he locked it up to kind of sacrifice himself so we didn't get anybody else involved there. So I don't think that will be the last time we see him. I can imagine we will see him further on in the race climb back into this thing.
He is always figures out a way to be there at the end. Let's call it that. Somehow or another, some way, that guy is always seems to be competing for the win when it comes down to money time.
Oh, and we got our second caution of the race just came out.
Let's see if the replay system will work this time.
Oh, Alex Wilson, he just lost it there. I don't know if he had some technical difficulties or whatever, because the car just came off the track.
Yeah, it's just like it came off the corner and never stopped turning. Almost as if a steering wheel got locked up or something.
Yeah, it goes up the track there, doesn't hit the wall, nothing, and then just takes a little too much of a left turn, and then he sits on the track. He doesn't move again, so something must have happened in that car.
I was fixing to say the same thing, Chooch. I think that is probably what I would do. Say if I were to have a blank screen or something go wrong, you know, drop internet or something like that, just kind of point it to the inside and hit the brakes and hope you get out of the way before the field comes back around. Because, you know, once you lose internet connection, there's not much you can do anyway. I mean, you just kind of do. you have no control over where your car really ends up or what happens after that. So you just kind of. I know Scott Shive said he's had trouble with his video card before locking up, and we've seen him cut out towards the infield. Seems like to me it was at Langley that happened. I could be wrong about that. But a heads-up play there anyway, if that's what happened. If it wasn't,
that's most of the time when something goes on like that, the car will ghost out. Everybody will go right through you, but sometimes you can take out a whole field just for an internet connection or something. So good thing he did not do that here. The one car caution. Like we said, we do not have any fast repairs tonight, so any damage on these cars, and Phoenix is a fast track, so any little damage on this car is going to be huge damage. And making it to the end of this race is going to be real hard with any amount of damage on your car. So want to definitely keep it clean and keep your nose out of stuff if you can tonight.
Yeah, especially this early on. I mean, we haven't even made it to 20 laps yet, so I think it would be a good strategy play to just take it easy. You know what I mean? Be extremely conservative and wait for the last half of the race anyway to kind of pick up the pace and see what you can do.
Well, not too much change in your top 10 right there, but Shive and Dylan are now in third and fourth. Instead of Cannon drops down to fifth, and Wiegand moves up to sixth. So we're getting ready to fire up here once again, and we'll see what these guys could do if they could string together a couple of green flag wraps here for our fans. And they are green. And the 10, what a jump. It seems like the 9 just didn't get going. Stacks up the outside line there. But Wiegand pushing Paul Dillon down the backstretch. Seems like everybody's got it under control now. Here they come around the back of the track. And everybody seems to be taking it nice and easy. Nobody's sliding up the track yet. Once the tires kind of go out, you're going to see guys drifting way up the track, and that's when it's going to start getting dangerous.
Yeah, it's always a sight on these restarts, seeing everybody fan out through the dog leg there. It's almost like
and
my screen isn't wide enough. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. It's hard to see if a guy's way down there. You could turn your head in the car. You could have a button set to turn your head so you can look out, left and right side windows. But still, it's hard to do, and it disorients you with if you don't have triple screens or a wide screen. You get kind of disorientated. So this track is not easy to run.
How about Paul Dillon, man? He's I can't remember where he qualified at, but I know he was pretty fast in practice, and here he comes. He's making a statement early on here. He's taking that 113 Javelin Ford to the front. Currently,
up 4 spots, doing all he can. And once again, I hate talking about Paul all the time because he's one of those guys that does so good. And we'll keep an eye on him through the race. We wish him real well. And just keep an eye on that 113. And I'm gonna move on to another car before something happens.
Exactly. Man, it got so bad in one of those other leagues. Me and Chris Golden were calling that you pure hated to give anyone a compliment because as soon as you did, they would be involved in an accident almost immediately while the camera was on them.
Yeah, that's the announcer's curse, and it's a bad feeling when you're up in the box and you just keep saying names and all of a sudden they wreck out. It feels absolutely terrible for an announcer to have to go through that as Shive gets into the wall a little bit there.
Yeah, I think it's a real thing. I don't know exactly how it works. I don't know if we, conjure up the wreck or what it is, but Yeah. What I've noticed is if I start tooting somebody's horn too much, it won't be long for they're going to be in the wall or tied up in a wreck somewhere.
Absolutely, yes. We saw that great side-by-side racing there with the Shives and Dylan. Two good, really good drivers going side-by-side and just nice, respectful racing. Shive gets the best of that one, moves up one spot. And like you said, these guys are just, figuring it all out right now. There's no need to win the race on lap 25. So even though you see a lot of side-by-side racing, I think they're giving each other a lot of respect right now.
Yeah, I do too, as we see Wiegand. I got that straight last week in the 88 there. Hill Jr. threw it back nationwide car.
They're sure beating down that wall, though.
Yeah, I don't know how those guys do that. That's a maneuver I haven't figured out yet, Chooch. Seems like to me every time I touch the wall, there's wheel damage involved, so I try to stay away from it. Some of these guys know what they're doing.
Yeah, the slip angle of the vehicle and keep those tires pointed at a certain angle. You're only going to hit the back end of the car, not the tires. But it is a skill. As you see, Wayne Cannon back there, 3 wide, real close racing back there with the 33 and the 25. The 25 comes up in front of Wayne.
Yeah, I got to give
Gansdale just, in the great view of all that action right in front of them. But all 3 of those guys, real close racing right there.
Yeah, I wanted to give a shout out to Uncle Wayne Cannon there, man. He had one heck of a qualifying pace that he put down at this track. Because I think he qualified 3rd or 4th, I think. Could be wrong about that. Way up towards the front.
Yeah, no, he's come along. He's getting better and better every week, and he does have a job that takes him away from night racing as the 3rd caution comes out, and he doesn't get to race as much in these things as he would like to. But every time he seems to come back, he seems to be getting better and better. So we'll see more of Wayne up in the top 10, top 5 at least. As Trace Daniel pulls down from South Boston, Virginia, USA. ACR Racing pulls to the infield and says, I'm done for the night. Don't know what happened there, but hate to see Trace go.
Yeah, let's see if we can. Now the fender's already looks like it's wiggled loose there.
Maybe he got into the wall a little bit before all that and then decided to park it. Oh yeah, you can see the front end damage there. So it must have happened right before then.
Yeah, and I'm assuming if he pulled it over like that with 0 fast repairs, he probably had some wheel damage, knew it was going to take a while to fix. And looks like pit road is a busy place.
It is a busy place. Everybody coming in around 31 laps on their stent. But Chris Norris had come in earlier with, spinning in the back of the pack, but didn't have much damage. So he's on a 15-lap stent and picks up first place.
Well, how about that? Old Sarge out here leading the field around.
Yeah, Sarge, a good man, great man to have around to talk to, have around the league. Beautiful, beautiful car he's got there.
It sure is. I was trying to make out what exactly is on the hood. I know he's racing with a team, Combat Tested Gaming. Can't quite make out what's going on there on the hood there. But I'm sure it's military involved.
Yeah, it's
Let's
a
see.
big part of the VFW and um, you know, veterans, different veterans associations and stuff like that. You know, we always thank him for his service. And the pace car's off, so we're gonna watch Chris take the green flag here and see how this stacks up with Bloomer on his outside there.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting here. I know, you know, Chris has got slightly older tires, but he's
Yeah,
got.
I mean, 15 laps of older tires, you know, you don't know how that's going to affect him, but we're going to find out right now as he goes green. Pretty even start. Oh no, Chris doesn't get off to a good start. Collects the whole field, and we got the big one here as we got several cars around. Very unfortunate. It did not look like he spun the tires. It looked like he got off to a great start, and then
Yeah.
it looked like maybe he missed a shift or something, and stacked up the whole field, and that was it.
Well, I knew those guys. He had some hungry, fast guys that were behind him there. So I knew
And
that.
we, unfortunately, Paul Dillon with the meatball, Scott Shives with the meatball, but let's watch this once more. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna have to get a look from overhead or something there at the beginning there, because that
I think
that
the
looked like
9 got into him a little bit.
yeah, it looked like Chris Norris was trying to get out of the way. They fire off. He goes down the track. Yeah, the 9 just a little bit too much steam, and Chris Norris wasn't up to speed. And unfortunately, Alderman got into the rear of that vehicle, and
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Chris Norris, maybe he did spin the tires a little bit, because it was like he went down to get out of the way. Alderman was right behind him, I guess, going to kind of try to follow his line. And then it was like, well, if you're moving out of the way, then I'll move up. But then if Chris did spin his tires, maybe he got it back together, and unfortunately, Alderman's bumper was there. That is going to be a very difficult one there to place. You know, really what happened or who's to blame, in my opinion, there, Chooch.
ooh, and look at the 33 come at the end and gather the 87. Real hard hit for the 33, but yeah, I don't, you know, you could say it might have been a spin of the tires, but he only had 15 laps on those tires, and a great deal of those laps were pace laps. So you wouldn't think the tires were that worn where you would spin them off the start.
Well, let's ride along with Chris Norris here, see.
See if we can hear something. Now go back again, and let's watch his RPMs as he gets on it, and see if anything dips or they go way up.
I was going to see if I could find another one. Well, I will even put it on the cockpit view. I hate this shot here because of my setup, but we'll see what it happens.
Man, you don't really see a spike in the RPM like the tires went loose. I mean,
Yeah.
they went up to 7,500, but you know.
It actually seemed like a pretty good.
Oh, and we're back to green flag racing here for the Bump Your Gums 120 here at Phoenix Raceway.
Yeah, that race title is going to cause us to bump our gums a little bit tonight, isn't it?
I think they did that on purpose, Tracy. These drivers like watching it back, going, ha ha.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, Chooch, to see how many guys actually hang around here, because, man, I don't know. I even see Paul Dillon 5 laps down, Scott Shive 5 laps down, Ian Whittick 2 laps down.
Yeah, bunch of big names already gathered up in that big wreck there.
But
unfortunately, no fast repairs, so it's going to take him a while to get back in this race. But we've had quite a few races where a lot of guys will come back from a couple laps down, and with caution after caution, you get your laps back pretty quick. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, and it's working out right now for Hayden Bloomer. The top guys that were around him on that restart got involved in that incident. But, you can never count out Daniel Michelle either, or for that matter, Alderman. And there's still some good cars left.
Second place.
Yeah.
But I would just like to say, our fans here watching in the live chat, Alex Wilson had a dip out early. His son apologizes, says my dad had to leave because the internet was, or not the internet, the power kept going out over there. So maybe there's some storms wherever Alex Wilson's at right now. But he had to leave the race early due to some power issues.
Yeah, and that's what that was the guy, that kind of pulled it off to the inside, just kept right on turning.
Was that him? Yep.
Yeah. It's a good move. Absolutely good move, Alex. That's about all you can do. Look at this,
Carlson. Like I said, he went all the way to the back of the field, spun out, and now he's back up to 8th place right now. So, if Hunter Carlson could get back up there from the back of the field, some of these other guys could get back into this race pretty quickly here.
Yeah, so Hayden is a long ways from having this race won. Even though it did take out a few good cars there in that latest caution, still some really good drivers and cars left in this thing too. And that's not even including what kind of strategy moves may, get played out by someone you're not expecting to finish good.
Oh, absolutely. You're watching all these the powerhouse guys, but somebody in the back of the field might be on a little bit of different strategy or got something a little bit different figured out. That's going to give a great run towards the end. I suspect about a 31 to 32 lap stint here. We're going on lap 40, so another 15. Maybe 15, 20 laps, and you'll see some more pit stops here. So these guys are going to have to break this race up into, at least two and a half, maybe 3 more pit stops.
Yeah, that's normally where I lose the race. I'm not much of a crew chief. Strategy is definitely not my strong suit.
Yeah, no, not me either. When I'm racing, I just want to concentrate on the race. I don't want to concentrate on pit stops or when I should come in. So, I wish I had a live spotter taking care of all that.
Boy, me too.
Yeah, I used to spot for a guy when I first started iRacing, and made it very easy because every once in a while he would spot for me, and I would love that because I didn't have to think about anything. Nice pass there by the 29, getting in front of Hunter.
Yeah, he's looking at the 19 of the Golden Man.
Yeah, Chris Golden quietly doing a great job tonight. But there you go. You got Chris Golden, you got Wayne Cannon and Carlson all there in a row. Bunch of great guys doing a lot for the league. Yep, Carlson, Cannon.
And while I'm thinking about it too, of course we'll probably see him later on in the race. He always finds a way of starting. Daniel Mafu Jones always starts in the rear, running a Kyle Busch throwback tonight. A Snickers.
Yeah,
car.
that's going way back, huh?
Yeah. It sure is, yeah. Still a beautiful paint scheme. Good pick.
Yeah, Daniel Jones up 13 spots, like we said, starts from the back of the pack. He says he likes to watch everybody before he starts to make his moves. He learns a lot starting in the back of the pack and makes his passes that way. But our biggest mover right now is Daniel Michel. 18 spots from the start of the race. He's in second. When they're passing lap cars with the 84 there is Wittick and that Carl Lawson throwback.
Kyle Busch.
80. Yeah, sorry, Kyle Busch. That was my big thing was I always got the Kyles mixed up, Busch and Kyle Larson, and then I got the Busch brothers mixed up.
Yeah,
and,
I'm the same
it was
way.
just a bunch of mess. Yeah.
I have to sit back and think which one's Kurt and which one's Kyle.
Yep.
You know. But how about the oh, well, I was fixing to say the 84 Wittick. He's in 16th. I guess he's getting put a lap down. That's the issue right now.
Yep.
So
He's,
I was
he's a
thinking,
lap down.
oh wow, boy, he's charged up through the field, you know. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if he's got any damage or not from any of these previous cautions. But he seems to be hanging with these guys, our front runners, though.
Yeah, he's got the speed to be up there, but might have gotten caught in something that put him in the back of the field, or just on a different strategy. As you see, Cannon with a little bit of internet issue, but Daniel Jones right behind him now, ready to set him up for a pass. He's got the 34 and the 29 are kind of side by side. Got a big roadblock ahead of him. Daniel Jones does. Ooh, Hunter Carlson coming way down. He goes way into the pit wall there of that dog leg. Probably trying to grab a drink or a hot dog or something down there. Just taking that one so low.
It was almost like he come from pit road, into the screen.
Well, it's funny because when you go down to that dog leg and you hit it just right, it starts the pit counter on you if you have your pit counter set up, because sim thinks you're in the pits.
Boy, it looks like Wayne may be having an issue. He was blinking a little bit there, having some Tracy Brown issues.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on him. A little bit of internet issue, but he's holding off that 34 on the outside of King pretty well. But you got to think, if Wayne keeps running that inside line, you're running down there. You're running pretty slow. You get a good run off, but you're wearing a lot of tires out.
Yeah. And I just noticed Hunter Carlson there. I mean, him and Alderman. I'm not sure if Hunter forced him up high, but it looked like to me both of those took I guess that's turn 3. Kind of took the high line around that corner. Oh, as Hunter goes up high again, I'm not sure if he's missing it or if that's just the line that he wants to run.
Yeah, well, as the race goes on, there's all sorts of lines on this track. Like I said, you can run this track high to low, low to high. You can run it in the middle. You can run the top lane until you get to that dog leg right there. As you see those guys dive down almost into the exit of pit lane, then you kind of ride it way up onto the wall right there, and you got to slow way down to make that corner going onto the backstretch. With this turn, you got a little bit more of a sweeping turn where you could throw it up towards the outside wall there, as you see Hunter do. And now you cross the start-finish line, you kind of dive it right back down to the dog leg right here. Golden Chef Racing. I just want to take a second as these guys are all kind of spaced out and racing pretty good here. Looks like they got a good good race under control about halfway through. I'd like to give a shout out to Crown Awards, another sponsor here at Worldwide Motorsports. Crown Awards is a U.S.-based manufacturer and supplier of trophies, medals, plaques, and other recognition products for youth sports, corporate business, schools, and organizations. Founded in 1978 by Chuck Winsfield as a single storefront in Brooklyn, New York, the company has grown into one of the most recognized names in the awards industry with a large 250,000 square foot facility in Horton, New York, and a network of retail stores nationwide. Crown's product line includes a wide variety of awards such as trophies, medals, crystals, ribbons, and plaques, many of which are designed and manufactured in-house. They emphasize customization, quality, and custom service, offering online ordering and personalization options to meet the needs of teams, business, and event organizations of all size. And that's Crown Awards, America's largest awards manufacturer. Glad to have them aboard, and I have seen some of their trophies, and they do some amazing work, Tracy.
Yeah, I've seen them too. It's very impressive what they do. What's even more impressive is the square footage of the space that they're operating out of, man. Gee whiz, they must be shipping those things all over the world.
Yeah, 250,000 square feet. You get lost in that place.
I ain't kidding you. Either that or they got an awful lot of echo in that building. I'm not sure which. But, man, they got that filled up with inventory. Yeah, boy, they're doing the business, man. And I can see why, too. Everything that I've seen from them looks really, really good.
I'm going to tell you, you got to use your sick time just to walk to the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly right.
I'll be back in an hour. Some great racing going on here. 65 laps out of 120. And these guys have figured it out. They're on 34 laps of tires right now, so I'm expecting some green flag pit stops coming up here if we don't have a caution come out. We're gonna, as Michelle took the lead there as I was gabbing along with the sponsorships there. He might be your first one in, and we'll see if everybody else follows. But I don't think they're gonna have too much more tire left on these cars.
Well, what do you do in a situation like this, Chooch, where obviously, your tires are wearing out, but you're kind of hoping someone else wrecks so you can get a yellow flag and kind of get a free pit, if you will? But, I mean, do you try to go ahead and dive in early, beat everybody to a pit stop, or do you hold out as long as the fuel will let you?
In my opinion, I try to hold out the fuel. I want some short pit stops towards the end of the race, so I try to use as much fuel as I can so I have as much fuel to the end of the race. Tires, you could drive a car with crappy tires. You just skate around the track, but as long as you keep it under you, you're all right. But then again, it seems like no matter what I do, it's wrong. So
yeah, well,
don't take my word for it.
I'm right there with you too, man. That's my exact strategy. I always try to run it as long as I can, but it's hard for me to find those or find the victory lane. So maybe that's something I need to work on a little bit. Oh man,
yeah, we got it locked into a battle here. We got Alderman and Thunderman. Golden was in that mix, but dropped back a little bit because Alderman and Slutterman charged right past Golden, and he lost 2 spots on that exchange right there.
And it looks like Daniel Mindfu Jones in the 17's kind of keying up Wayne Cannon as well. But it's like in this pack here, everybody's trying to pass everybody. It's kind of hard to get a good.
Yeah, there was a lot of movement there in this pack, but as this is going on, you got the 25 and the 10 And Carlson really taking a huge lead there. And you see the 9 right there. So in front of him, the 10 and Michelle are just kind of sailing away.
Well, we've got 50 laps to go right now. Yeah, I guess everybody's... Oh, look at that. I thought Hunter may be diving on pit road, but I forgot. That ain't where you enter at. That's where you exit pit road.
Absolutely. And I think... Oh, it shows Daniel Michelle had 2 pit stops, but no, still not. Still hasn't come in yet. Which surprises me. I don't know if they short pitted that first one at lap 33, and they're just racing as far as they could go with these tires and gas. Maybe they can make it to the end. Oh no, here comes some guys down pit lane.
Yeah,
looks like the Colton Brenier in the pits right now with that throwback, another throwback for Kyle Busch. Well, while we're going through pit stops, guys, keep your eyes on the screen for me. But I'd like to shout out a huge sponsor to us and one near and dear to my heart, but Eastern Technical Designs. Eastern Technical Designs, a company provides design and drafting services for commercial, industrial, and residential construction. Services include architectural renderings, preliminary plan design, as well as final construction drawings. Construction drawings includes all necessary structural, building, plumbing, mechanical, and electrical plans as required to produce and finished product. A finished building and or structure. This company is owned and operated by the one and only Tracy Brown, the producer here at 4 Wide Motorsports Network. If you are in the eastern region of North Carolina looking up ETD and for all your drafting needs, that's Eastern Technical Designs. Tracy, busy at work over there, buddy?
Oh my God, man, I'm slammed. And I would like to mention also, if there's a car owner out there somewhere looking a driver, I'm also available for that. So not only can I do blueprints, as we see.
Ooh, as we got a car around. That's the 34 of King. Drew King goes around. And unfortunately, I think we got some guys that might be still on pit lane that might have got locked down on pit lane. I don't know. We'll see. That's going to shake up the starting order quite a bit.
It is, because right now, Yogi Schlier, I'm showing as being in the lead. Let me see. Yeah,
Yogi Schlier is in the lead. He is on 45 lap tires, so he did not make it to pit lane. So he's definitely going to have some old tires. I don't know if he's going to go into the pits here. Or is he going to take the green flag?
Ooh. That's
we
good
saw what
question.
happened with the Sarge there, and he does. It looks like he is coming down pit lane. No.
Well, I think I would, because there's only like 12 guys on the lead lap right now. So the furthest he could go back would be the 13th position. Oh, yeah, here he goes. Yeah. Yogi's listening to the broadcast there. He was like, what, I should pit now? Yeah, go ahead on in there, Yogi. Me and Chooch think it's a good idea.
Yeah. And like you said, he's going to come out of the pits, at 11th, maybe?
Yeah. Uh-huh. So that was one time where staying out and kind of running long looks like to me that it might have paid off for him.
Is that Cansdale behind him? There he is.
Lucky
Austin
Cansdale.
Yeah, Lucky Cansdale in that Rowdy Energy wrap there. That's another tribute to Kyle. So we got Rowdy, the Biff, and the Intimidator all up there racing together now.
It's going to be some heck of a races going on for sure. Already, I'm sure.
Oh man, I'd love to go back to the days where those guys were all on track at the same time, man. When Kyle Busch was, just at the tail end of Rowdy and the Intimidator there. Actually, I don't even think Kyle raced with the Intimidator. I think his brother did, but I don't know if Kyle did or not.
I'm not sure. It was right there at the
I
end.
think he started in 2003. Kyle started. And we are green flag racing again, and Daniel Michel pulls off the lead here, coming to the start-finish line, and we got Carlson in the 32 in third place, and Bloomer in 10th in the second place. So, like we said, Hunter Carlson up on a podium position right now with 42 to go.
Yeah, well, maybe that's who we need to talk to about pit strategy. Because whatever he did really worked out for... Whoa, man, it always catches me off guard to see those guys shortcutting that. It seems like they come from out of nowhere right across the field, you know. Even the
I'll
leader.
tell you, that this is really one of my favorite tracks to watch on NASCAR on Sunday afternoon, Saturdays for the Xfinity Series or whatever they call it now in the truck race. And anybody I try to get into NASCAR, this is the track I show them, because when they go to the starting line and they all dive down that dog leg there, they really do go 6-7 wide, and then they have to all funnel down into 2 wide down the backstretch. So absolute awesome to watch that. One of my favorite places.
It is too for me. Well, this is going back a ways, but when I started iRacing, Phoenix was kind of a newer track on the system, and sort of found some success. And you know how that goes, man. Once you have success at the track, it moves right up the list of the favorite tracks that you love to race at.
Oh, and we got a
caution.
6 caution on the night. No, I know what you mean. There are my favorite tracks that it just seems you fall in love with them. You can do no wrong, and you could almost drive them with your eyes closed. But iRacing is forever changing, so these tracks do evolve as they would evolve in real life. Oh, and we got Wayne Cannon goes around, self-spin, locks it up. Very unfortunate for Wayne Cannon. He was doing such a great job all night long up in the lead there. So 37, probably about 35, 34 to go when we go back green. He's got a lot of time to get back up there.
Yeah, he sure does. Yeah, it's probably just I'm assuming anyway, the cold tires kind of came up there and bit him. Get those new tires on there, and you don't have the grip that you just became accustomed to for the last 35 laps that you ran. And
it looks like a lot of those lap guys came back down for tires, tried to get their laps back, and then got their lap back, and then came back down for tires.
Yeah, they're coming in and they're getting, if they have the sets in the pits, they're going to be on newer tires than our leaders are, and with only 36 laps to go, they should be able to make it all the way to the finish here, right?
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, that last stint we had was almost like a 50 lap or so stint, 46, 47 lap stint. So these guys could definitely make it on fuel now. So yeah, whatever these guys do in the back, this is their Hail Marys. They're trying to do anything they can to get just a little bit of advantage and edge on more and more cautions, and they can get their laps back and catch the field.
Yeah, because it looks like right now we only have like 9 cars on the lead lap, and I think maybe King just got to wave around the lucky dog there. I'm not sure
King
if
and
he did or
Wiegand
not.
back on the lead lap. It's funny because Cannon spun, but I didn't think he went a lap down. He spun and then
No.
got back going. I didn't think that the pace car, but maybe because he was the cause of the caution, it automatically puts him a lap down.
Yeah, I didn't really think he was that. I mean, I don't know unless he kind of fell back through the field. The lights are off on the pace car right now, so we're getting ready to go green again. But only 9 cars on the lead lap at the moment.
Yeah, so this is kind of a shootout to the end of the race here, because like I mentioned at the beginning of the race, this is the last race before the chase. So unfortunately, we don't have the scoring live tonight, but we will have that next week. So top 10 are going to make the chase next week at Echo Park, or we're going to be racing at the old Atlanta. So you're definitely going to want to tune into that as we go green flag, and the 10 dives down to the inside right away, goes way down the track, and comes back up behind the 25 as 25 just got a great jump and out to a great lead.
Well, I think Hayden Bloomer
down though.
Yeah, that Hayden Bloomer into 10. He's been fast all night. You know, we're getting close to that time where you're going to have to break out the shovel. It's not there yet, but we're getting closer.
Yep. And as you can see, the 25 dove down into the exit of the pit there. He was actually in the exit before the line to come out on the track, the blend line.
So we have got guys that are, I'm sure, that have just pitted Bader in the back, just like Wiegand. I'm pretty sure that he pitted, being that he was well, he might have took the got the lucky dog. I'm not. Well, here we go.
Oh, another yellow,
caution.
another yellow. So yeah, so this is what I'm saying here. Guys that took some tires or took that extra pit stop there might have something for these guys up front now if they can get their lap back, because that will put, I believe that puts Cannon back up in the lead lap if Cannon was not involved in this wreck.
Yeah, I just got an alert that Wiegand was driving slowly, but I know that he was trying to catch back up to the field, so I'm not sure if he was actually involved in anything here or not.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it yet.
Because I had an alert that the 88 and the 34 were driving slowly. But it was like a lap before the caution came out, so I'm just keep your eyes peeled there, Troops. Let me know if you see anything.
Well, yeah, it just looks like some good racing here so far. I don't know. I think by this time the caution had to come. No,
Yeah.
caution still hasn't come out yet.
Oh, there
yeah,
we go.
there it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
Austin
no, we got some
Cansdale.
guys. Yeah, Cansdale and the 25 there. Is that the 25?
35.
35.
Oh, and Wayne Cannon.
Wayne's
was-
involved. And Chris Norris showing a meatball.
So we got Wayne cutting the dog leg. Ooh, came up just a little bit too much into the 35.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Elijah Grant gets spun
Oh,
out.
man, yeah,
Gardner,
severe wheel
Marine.
damage. And
Austin Cansdale into the pits.
yeah, he probably just had got his car fixed again from the being caught up in an earlier incident. So lucky
Yeah,
he's
he
not
was in
being
the
too
pits
lucky
last
tonight, man.
No, and I really wish we had the points, because it was pretty close. Hunter Carlson was in the lead, but not by much, with Mitch Wilson, Daniel Michelle, behind him, and then Bloomer and Sutherman were coming up the the chain there, but everybody right up front was really close. It's going to be interesting to see um, the points going into next week's race. And here we go. We're going to go back green flag racing pretty soon here, as Mitchell and Bloomer take us to the green flag.
Intensity is ratcheting up here, Chooch.
We're getting close there. 29 to go. 28 to go this time by, and they hit the restart zone, and they are off. Green flag racing from 4 Wide Motorsports once again at Phoenix International Speedway for the Bump Your Gums 120. Oh, and there's, you see the field. We started with 24 cars, 22 cars or so, and we're down to the last few here. This track has taken its toll on quite a few cars tonight.
Sure is, but they're going around this track like a flock of geese with the 25 out in the lead and everybody else flaring out everywhere they can.
No, absolutely, and they were running almost 27 second laps here on average. Pretty fast for Phoenix in these little locker cars. They get up and they get moving.
As you see Hunter Carlson there trying to get around to 58 of Sunderman. And then look at Bloomer. He is keeping the pressure on Daniel Michel.
Oh yeah, no, he's not going to let him go easy. I mean, Bloomer just seems to, every week be right there with the leaders all the time, and I think it was said in the comments, Hayden Bloomer needs to win this one, and he's had a chance every week he signed in here.
Yeah, and Sunderman's made a great recovery as well into 58. I know he was
now we got
involved
25 laps to go, Tracy.
Oh yes, time to dig, baby. It's
Golden Racing, time to dig. 25 laps to go. Let it go. All you got.
That's right, man. You gotta run what you brung at this point.
Well, that brings me into my next segment. Mr. Golden, Chris Golden of Golden Racing. Golden Racing is a professional racing brand of Arca Menard Series driver Chris Golden, a determined competitor from Elk City, Oklahoma, chasing his dream of advancing to NASCAR, operating on a low budget. Chris is actively seeking partners and a sponsorship to help fuel his journey. Alongside his Arca efforts, he's an active member admin of 4 Wide Motorsports League and his partner league, Leadfoot Racing League, staying connected with the racing community both on and off the track. And Golden Racing does do quite a bit, and knows quite a bit of the ins and outs of a racing. So anytime any of us have a question about the real side of racing, he usually has a good grip on what's going on and where the sport's heading and everything else. So
Yeah, much like yourself there, Charles, just seems to be an all-around good guy, man. So
absolutely, and it takes one to know one, Tracy, because we got a bunch of them in this league, and you are definitely one of the good guys here.
Yeah, man. Speaking of good guys, David Warmuth, how about that? He's making a run. I think this is the first time he's made it up into the top 5 tonight. Good to see him here. Good time to be in the top 5.
Great time to be in the top 5 with 20 to go, and he's running that car 8. We won't be seeing that in NASCAR for quite a few years, or at least until Braxton Bush rose up a little bit into out of the super late models and into some much bigger cars. But he's got some big shoes to fill, and so doesn't Wormuth right now in the top 5. He's got a couple more positions. Sutherland, Carlson, Bloomer and Michelle in front of him. He's got to get by that that bunch, and that bunch is not an easy bunch to get by, to say the least.
Yeah, it certainly isn't. But this right here is what I was talking about. There's some guys that are having some really good runs tonight, and I'm not sure if they didn't take advantage of kind of coming in for that one last pit stop, getting those new tires, having the advantage on the rest of the field, maybe working their way up. You know, there was only what was it, 10, 11 cars on the lead lap. Why not dive in there and get some fresh rubber? I know Wes Wiegand, he was another one. Went in there. He is now running in 7th position. So he's quietly having a good night as well. And Daniel Michelle. Sorry, Jones or Michelle. I'm not sure who would get offended, or maybe no one will. But I'm hoping no one does. Daniel Jones, Mind Food Jones, man, he's having a good run tonight. Always steady.
Yeah, like I said, for the last race of the points race here before the chase, any points these guys could get themselves is as Hunter Carlson almost slides up into the 10, but Hunter Carlson right now is sitting in P2, but I'm sure Bloomer's going to have a lot to say about that coming down the backstretch. And Carlson's just he's eating up those tires. He wants that second position, because he needs to keep it close to Michelle to advance. Well, not to advance, to keep his number one spot going into the chase. As you see, Hunter Carlson get into the back at 10, has to check up a little bit. But this is getting exciting here.
It is. I think Hayden might need to check his bloomer there. I know mine. Mine. Just saying, boy, it was just one of those shots, where you cut that corner from out of nowhere and suddenly a car just appears right beside you. Almost like they were kind of spawned there or something,
Oh, yeah. No, it's an eerie feeling when you go through that dog leg and all of a sudden there's a car on the side of you did not see there a second ago. But I just wanted to mention real quick is, Cannon is the last car or the first car on the a lap down. And usually he doesn't want to see a caution-filled race, and I don't blame him for that. But right now I can imagine he's hoping for just one more caution in this race so he can get back on the lead lap, because he's really having a good night too. But if he could get on the lead lap, that'll put him pretty close to the top 10, back in the top 10, and some good points for him this race.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, he qualified great tonight, especially with the strength of field that's out here. Got to give a shout out to my man, Colton Briner, currently running in 10th. I don't remember seeing him caught up in any incidents tonight, so that's always a good thing.
Yeah, I want to say, nice clean race for Colton tonight, and beautiful throwback there, the M&M's car. But yeah, not much, just a smooth run for him, and it's earned him a top 10 so far with 11 to go this time by.
Yeah, Daniel Michelle currently, he's working on a 2-second lead, so if this thing stays green and he hits his marks, he's going to be in good shape to perhaps get another victory.
Yeah, he's out there with a great lead, and barring a late caution or anything. As you see, Hunter Carlson did end up taking P2 away from the number 10 of Bloomer. I'm sure Hayden is gonna charge back if he can, but Carlson has found something in that car late in this race that has got him a little bit of speed right now.
It sure does, and I see that Daniel Michelle's actually increased his lead just a little bit, but I can't help but wonder if, with only 9 laps to go, even Hunter Carlson may be hoping for another caution here and maybe just saving a little bit of rubber or something, just saving a little something else in case there is a late race caution. Oh,
absolutely. You got to be thinking in the back of your head, if I burn my stuff up now, we get green, white checkered or something. You're not going to have that. As you see the 58 in the back there trying to catch these guys Dallas Sutterman, he's back there in the way. Oh, gets a little high there, almost into the wall, but it's going to have a great run coming off the exit and falls in line. But yeah, it's still 8 laps to go. We don't know what's going to happen in 8 laps. That's a long time in the bump your gums 120 here.
Definitely, as we sort of taking a good shot here of a Kyle Busch salute type car. Legends are forever. Written down there on the splitter. Yeah. David
Beautiful
Warmuth,
car there by David. Yeah.
having a great run tonight too, by the way. Top 5. Continuing to impress.
It's been a great race. I mean, we've had a lot of cautions, and you're going to have that here at Phoenix, because Phoenix is a tough track. It's not an easy track to drive by any means, especially this new configuration. So kind of coming into this, we kind of expected to have some cautions. Maybe we had a little more than we would like, but to do good at this track is an understatement. As you got to be a good wheelman to drive this track, and especially for 120 laps. That's a long time to be behind the wheel.
It is, man, and there is nothing at all that's symmetrical about this track. Not the banking, the curves, the entries, the exits, not even pit road. So it's like no matter what you set the car up for, you're going to be bad somewhere else.
Well, as I said, I did spend a little bit of time in practice in the Arca car here during the setup practice, and I just couldn't figure it out at all. I don't know. It just has way too much power. It didn't want to turn on me. It's like you have to almost slow down to a stop to get around the corner and then take back off. So a lot of credit going to these guys. As Chris gets by, and Daniel Jones has to dip way down to the inside of the track, that dog leg there, but that looked close. It did. 3 laps to go. Daniel Michelle, Hunter Carlson, and who's that? Hayden Bloomer, your top 3. With Sutterman and Wormuth, top 5. Two laps to go now. And Daniel has had a couple of rough races, and he was in a little slump because if you remember, Carlson had won and had a good showing the last few races. He won at Talladega, as you see the white flag sponsored by 4 Wide Motorsports flies, and your winner is gonna be Daniel Michelle. I can't see anything happening this far out. He's got almost 2.5 second lead over Carlson. Yeah.
If he loses at this point, he deserves to lose it, because there's no excuse for it.
And he crosses the line. Daniel Michelle, your winner of the Bump Your Gums 120 from Phoenix International Raceway. Brought to you by 4 Wide Motorsports and FWM Network. Guys, what an amazing race, Tracy. That was fun to watch. That was a good time.
It was, man. The time just flew right by for me, man. I swear it is. Just every single week, every single Friday, these races end up being so doggone interesting and competitive. Oh, man. Look.
Absolutely.
Hunter Carlson, take another shot. There you go. How many old mans did I do tonight? He was teasing me about saying old man, but I can't help it. That's my go-to phrase. You know what I mean?
Oh, no, we all have them. As announcers, we all have them, and we say them way too much, and then we catch ourselves. But, do you want to take a break, or do you want to go through the finishing order first?
Well, let's see. I was hoping that Daniel was going to give us the smoke show. I always try to capture that. I'm not sure. I think everybody likes a smoke show, right? Don't we all?
I think he's going to go... He's going to go the opposite way through pit lane.
Huh. Well, I tell you what, let's go ahead.
Victory lane.
while he's searching for it, let's go through the finishing order real quick, then, Chooch.
There we go. All right, so your winner tonight is Daniel Michelle in the 25. Hunter Carlson in the 32 comes in second. Hayden Bloomer in third. Dallas Sutherman in fourth. David Wormuth fifth. Wes Wiegand in sixth. Chris Golden in seventh. Daniel Jones comes in eighth. Drew King in ninth. And Colton Brenner in top 10.
Yeah, great finish for Colton there. Wayne Cannon, after having a superb qualifying effort, comes home in 11th position. Yogi Schleer comes home 12th in the 12 car. Elijah Grant comes home 13th. Austin Cansdale, after being caught up in a couple of different incidents, comes home 15th. Ian Whittick comes home 15th. Colton Alderman, surprising there, but he got caught up, I think, in the same thing that Scott Shive did. Finishes in 16th. Chris Norris finishes 17th. Scott Shive again finishes in 18th. Paul Dillon, another one, I think he was also involved in that, the big one, we'll call it, finishes 19th. Trace Daniel finishes in 20th position.
Yeah, we got Alex Wilson and Michelle Wilson in 21st and 22nd, respectively.
Yeah, and you talking about, oh man, what do you call it? The biggest mover of the race. How about Mitchell there? Qualified 8th and finishes 22nd. Disappointing night, I'm sure. Oh
gosh,
you know
yeah.
what? I was fixed to say, Mitchell, I'm not sure if I didn't have him listed as, I think it was Alex Wilson. I wonder if that was, no. Okay. I'm sorry. I might have the Wilsons mixed up there. But anyway, one of them lost power, and I think he did a great job pulling it off and was able to get it out of everyone's ways there. So anyway, kudos to you again.
Yeah, that was the 16 of Alex Wilson. Lost power and drove the car down the track and got it out of everybody's way. So did end up bringing out a caution, but did not take out the rest of the field, and that's greatly appreciated. And I'm sure all the other competitors out there give him a lot of credit for that and a lot of respect there.
Absolutely, man. So anyway, look, me and Chooch will be right back here with your podium finishers in just a few minutes. Y'all hang on, and we'll be right back.
Welcome everybody back to Four Wide Motorsports Network as we conclude the Bump Your Gums 120 here from Phoenix International Raceway. As you have just watched an amazing race, Four Wide Motorsports Arca Series. I'm going to give the microphone over to Tracy because Tracy's going to interview our third and our finisher tonight, and I will be right back with you with our second place. But go ahead, Tracy, take it away.
Appreciate that, Chooch. Yeah, I'm standing right beside the car here of Hayden Bloomer out of Bozeman, Montana. Hayden, man, I tell you what, tonight was honestly, even though you didn't win it feels like to me you were tonight was sort of your night. You just kind of seemed to be in the right place at the right time, especially when some of these accidents happened. I mean, if you would talk about that a little bit, do you feel lucky?
Man, I feel lucky. Something crazy is going on tonight. I mean, I never qualify well. I always get caught up in the wrecks because I don't qualify well. And today I qualified fourth, and throughout the entire race, I get the lead early, and I'm running away with it, and everything's behind me for once. And then on that restart, I was just the only car to make it through where that entire wreck happened, and the things just worked out. Like I'm on the cut line for the playoffs here, and oh man, I just feel so lucky, and I'm just so happy tonight actually went well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that restart as well. I mean, how aware were you of what was going on behind you? Did you realize it was almost like the big one at Talladega or Daytona or something?
Well, so at first I'm just worried about sticking with whoever was in first there, but I knew he'd stayed out. He was on some older tires, so I was just more focused on getting around him and maybe hoping that he could get behind or in front of everybody that's chasing me. But I get into turn one and the caution's out, and I thought maybe it was just a couple cars. And Daniel Michel is always, he's always chasing for the lead, so I kind of saw that he went from like 13th up to third. I was like, oh man, there's got to be a lot of people out. So I was just so happy to not be in it.
Well, I'm looking at your car right now, and there were right many incidents. And again, man, I just happen to think you were at the right spot at the right time. But I'm looking at your car right now, man. It looks like it just came right off the showroom floor. I mean, did you get any kind of incidents or damage of any kind tonight?
Zero. I didn't touch anybody's doors. I think that the right rear hit the wall out of two. One time I was trying to get a little on the gas to get up to Michelle, but I don't think I just kept it nice and clean. And the Hot Topic Racing Ford was just so good.
Well, I got you, man. I just got one more question for you. Phoenix is such a unique track, as like I was telling Chooch earlier. I mean, there's nothing symmetrical about this thing. So no matter how your car is set up, you're going to be bad somewhere else, even if you're great at a different spot on the track here. But the one thing that was just really getting away with me, especially up here from the broadcast booth, is how these guys were cutting a dog leg and just like appearing from out of nowhere right beside a car,
Yeah.
How big a deal was that to race when you got guys coming up through there? Because I know that you had several times there cars just kind of, diving way down, probably 10 car widths wide, and then the next thing you know, you come out of turn two and you got a guy right on your door.
Yeah, that was nuts to me because it's always been kind of weird for me to even cut the dog leg, so I started doing that to get some time. But I especially like Hunter Carlson, I think when he was chasing me down in those closing laps, he would just disappear out of my rear view completely, and then all of a sudden just reappear right behind me or beside me. Like he had it figured out, and I just don't go down there. But it was crazy.
Well, it's interesting that you should mention that one. So whenever you watch the broadcast back, I hope you don't get offended. But yeah, that was a clinching moment for me, if you will, quote unquote. And
Okay.
because Hunter was the same way. He was completely off our screen. We're watching you, got a camera on you, and bam, from out of nowhere, it looks like he was shot out of a cannon off a pit road. They're right up against you there as y'all were battling it out for the number 2 and 3 positions. But
Yeah, it was crazy.
yeah, it really was. Just one quick question, real quick. Bozeman, Montana. How's the weather tonight?
It's nice tonight. It was Bozeman's weird because like 3 days ago it was 70, then it snowed for 2 days, and now we're back, at a cool like high 60s, and it's beautiful night. I'm gonna celebrate my top three. Might go outside, smoke a cigar. I don't know. I've never performed this well, so.
Well, I just the reason why I mentioned that is because up here in down here in North Carolina, we just had several days there where we were getting pretty doggone close to 100 degrees, and yeah, I got pretty sweaty there the last few days. So I didn't know how much cooler it was over there in Montana. Sounds like quite a bit. So
Oh yeah, it's great.
well, great. Hayden, just want to give you congratulations one more time, man, on your
Thank you.
third place finish. And by all means, thank everyone that helped you get there tonight.
Well, first off, I want to say, just with Cowbush passing and everything, I was like, I'm not very good here, but I'm gonna practice hard just so I could say something about it. So, that's a terrible thing that happened in the racing world recently. But I just want to say thank you to the Hot Topic Racing team. I finished so bad every week that I just got no sponsors on here but the team behind me. And thanks to Ford and my teammate Colton Alderman. He coaches me more than anybody. And week in and week out, I'm feeling like I'm the worst guy on the grid, and he's telling me, we'll get him next week. We'll get him next week. And he's really the big motivator into my performance today, and really helped me with everything. And just want to say shout out to my mom, I think, who's watching. My brother might be watching, and my girlfriend's watching. So thanks to everybody, and everybody who lets me spend a whole Friday night doing this instead of going somewhere else.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations once more, and get those family members and significant others to like and subscribe to here to 4Wide Motorsports Network as well. So,
Oh, of course. They love it, so.
all right. Well, great. We love it too, man. Appreciate you racing with us. Hayden Boomtown Bloomer here running with us out of Bozeman, Montana. And now I'm going to toss the mic over to Chucho Berg, who I believe is standing with our second place finisher tonight. Chooch, you got a copy, buddy?
I got a copy, Tracy, and congratulations to Hayden Bloomer. It's good to see him up on the podium tonight. But a guy that has been here before and is doing amazing in this this season, Mr. Hunter Carlson, the one and only. Hunter, how was your race, man?
Man, stepped on my wee a little bit beginning on that restart. Got in a little harder than I thought with the cold brakes. Spun myself out to keep from taking Scott out. Got lucky with that caution. I was able to catch back up, but rest of the night was just battling, trying to get the track position back. Really had to push after that caution to get up there, so I burnt my first set of tires up, so I wasn't able to do what I wanted to. Some one-time cautions kind of messed my strategy up, but you got to be flexible with these things, and it was a lot of fun, and this track is fun when you can get the right set to be able to run top to bottom.
Yeah, you definitely did shoot back up the track. We were wondering what the heck you were going at the beginning of the race there when you fell all the way back. But I think I even mentioned it that can't count Hunter out. He's going to be back up there, and glad to see you back up there, man. Yeah, great track, great race. Anything you could have done different? Anything you want to take back and say, next time at this track you could do something a little better, a little worse?
Just remember to throw it on the dash, not trip over it this next time. But Dan was just a class of the field tonight. He has this car and just the sim in general figured out, and he's the rabbit everyone's chasing, and I feel like every week I'm getting closer and closer to competing with him week in and week out. But I guess I'll move on to next week and try to go get him in Atlanta next week.
Yeah, as we go into Atlanta, the points didn't update here for us tonight live, so we are kind of in the blind to what the points are going to be going into Echo Park, old Atlanta, but it's going to get good because that's the chase, and we take the top 10. But Hunter, congratulations on P2, man. I'm going to give you the microphone and let you thank all the guys you could thank. I know you got a lot of sponsors on the car here.
I want to thank Tracy Brown, Eastern Technical Designs. It was real awesome to run this Kyle Busch throwback tonight, this tribute car. First of all, pray for the whole family, pray for all the NASCAR community for his untimely death. I hate it so much, and I know we're all hurting. But thanks, Tracy. Little Tracy looked good on the hood tonight. Thankfully, I was able to give it a good run. Chris Golden with Golden Chef Speed Shop. Thank you for allowing me to be able to do this, be able to build these sets. It's a lot of fun and getting better every week. 4 Wide Motorsports Network. Thank you everything what you guys do. 213 Simware. Thank you for providing some of the best shirts in the sim racing area, and Angry Chef Designs if you want a good paint.
All right, well, thank you, Hunter, man, and once again, congratulations. But we got to give it back to Tracy. I think he checked his pants there. Maybe he's got a new pair of bloomers on because he's down there with Daniel Michelle, our winner tonight. Tracy, take it away.
Appreciate that, Chooch. Yes, sir, I sure do. Went and made a quick wardrobe change. And, yeah, man, I'm setting up here now with the winner of tonight's Bump Your Gums 120 at Phoenix International Speedway. Daniel Michelle. First of all, Daniel, congratulations, man. Great win tonight.
Thank you.
Well, I'm not 100% sure. I know you've been up here in the podium so much that me and Chooch talked about letting you have the middle cushion on the virtual couch. But I'm not sure that I've actually gotten to interview here on any of these finishes or anything. But I'm sure you just heard where Hunter Carlson said you're pretty much the rabbit in this series right now. I noticed you didn't qualify on the pole. Did you have a bad qualifying run, or did you, just more or less just isn't your track? I mean, it's just, here's where I'm getting at. I'm sorry I'm beating around the bush so much, but it was like you were so dominant during the race, but your qualifying effort didn't necessarily match that. Can you talk about that just a second?
Yeah, I wanted to do something different this week. Wasn't really in the mood for Phoenix. It's just not one of my favorite tracks, and with everything going on, I was just, let's try something different. So I didn't qualify, started in the rear, and just steadily made my way through the field. I just tried to go as cleanly as possible. Was saving fuel, saving tires, just slowly going through, picking people off one by one, and eventually I got towards the front.
Well, I got you, man. Well, it's starting to become a tradition here. But I got to ask you, just like I asked Hayden a little bit earlier, I mean, were you involved in any kind of incidents tonight? Every time we put the camera on you, it was just showing you moving up through the field. But, we had several yellow flags come out, and one, I guess you'd call it the big one there. And I didn't know. I mean, your car looks pristine right now. Did you have any kind of issues tonight?
Only issue I had was I was on the inside of Wayne Cannon, and we were going into turn 3. Didn't realize that we were 3 wide, and I tried to overcorrect the car to make it rotate a little bit more so that I wouldn't have contact with him. Unfortunately, it was too late, and we tapped a little bit, but it was nothing bad, no harm, no foul. Both of us were able to get through and straighten ourselves out and continued on our way.
I got you, man. Well, one last question here for you, Daniel. Well, actually, I got 2. First of all, I don't know where this came from, but we're constantly calling you Danny Michelle. We're sort of abbreviating your name. Are you taking offense to that?
No, no. When you guys first did it, I was just messing with you guys. But I don't mind if you guys abbreviate my name. You can say
Well-
Dan, you can say Danny, you can say whatever. I don't mind.
Yeah. It just kind of rolls off the tongue. Danny Michelle, man. It's got a good sound to it. So I hope you don't take offense because it's sort of stuck to you almost like a nickname now, and I'm not sure if we could change even if we wanted to. But the other question that I have, final question of the night. So you wanted to bump your gums 120 at Phoenix. I mean, you've got to have a special place in mind where you're going to put that trophy at for winning the night, right? Is it going right in the great room, right on top of the mantle, sort of in the center of everything?
I'll have it right on top of my bed.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was not prepared for that. Great answer, man. Kudos, dude. All right. Well, Daniel, Danny Michelle, congratulations, man. I'm sure we're going to be talking with you some more. The chase begins next week. I promise to have the points squared away. Our overlays had some updates, and whenever that happens, they fix a thing or two and break something else. And so anyway, I'm sure, I don't even know where the points are, but I'm positive that you're going to be in this chase for this 5-week sprint to the finish here, man. And I'm sure we're going to be talking with you some more as well. So by all means, thank anyone you'd like here to help you get here and win tonight.
Well, I do want to thank everyone here that hosted the session, the admin team, the broadcast team, the people who showed up. It's been a rough week for everyone in the racing world, and to have something at least to memorialize Kyle Busch tonight, that was really good, and I hope that everyone was able to watch that. And I'm sure people are going to be sharing it, and I'd like to share it with people too later. But I just hope everyone can come together. This bad time, hard time, whatever you want to call it, it's just rough, and everyone's here for each other, and we all need to know that.
I totally agree with you there, Daniel. And but throwing it out there again, like I said earlier on in our show here tonight, I think I represent a lot of people when I say this. Kyle Busch wasn't exactly my favorite driver, but I knew that he very well could be the best driver that was out there every single week in and week out, and I always respected him for that. So even though I was, pulling for some, although I got to give it to him now, so once he moved over to Childress, I started pulling for him for a little bit more. But obviously that was such a heartbreak to happen in NASCAR, and it seems like to me NASCAR is being hit one blow right after the other here lately. But yeah, absolutely, man. It was just nice that we could kind of do our little part here to sort of memorialize what happened to him, and he's surely going to be missed. So anyway, feel like I cut you off there. I'm not sure if I did, Daniel. If I did,
No, you
kinda
didn't.
wrap it.
You didn't.
Okay, man. All right. Well, like I said, man, I'm sure we're going to be talking to you soon up here in the booth again, and me and Chooch are going to fluff up the middle cushion on this virtual couch for you, so it'll be ready for you next time, buddy.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Chooch, what else you got for us here, buddy?
Well, Tracy, I just want to, say thank you everybody for joining us here at Four Wide Motorsports Network. It's great to have you all along, and the tribute to Kyle Busch, man. As love him or hate him, he was a fierce competitor, and that's what this sport's about, and it brings us together. Even though it gets competitive out on the track, a lot of these guys are hurting right now. Even his fellow competitors are all coming together for Kyle, and prayers to his family and all his friends and everybody that in his organization down at Childress. And he's raced with many different organizations, so it's felt through the whole NASCAR, and basically the whole American world found out about it and kind of was in shock. So thanks for everybody coming along and on that journey and being here for that, because this is what racing is all about, is bringing us all together when stuff like this happens. Everybody always pulls together during those times, and we're glad FLM FWM, sorry, is glad to be a part of such a great community as far as racing and stuff like that. But Tracy, I am going to call it a night. I got an early morning tomorrow. So on behalf of Four Wide Motorsports Network, Four Wide Motorsports, um, this the was it Bump Your Gums 120 from Phoenix International Raceway. We will see you next week at the old Atlanta. I know it says Echo Park, but it's the old Atlanta for the beginning of the chase. Guys, have a great week, and we'll see you next week.